Bates now, ready to get this one started. And we're off in Detroit. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Here come the Texans for their opening drive. And bringing them out an electrifying runner and a former first-round pick back in 2021, Justin Fields.
There's still lots of people around the NFL that believe that Justin Fields' best football's in front of them. Major believers of him as an upper-tier quarterback. And the reason why, Kate, is he's got physical traits that are just unique and different. He can run it like a running back, but he can spin a football as well. In fact, that running ability is some of the best in the game. But just continuing to build and refine his game as a passer between the tackles, that will be the key to the longevity of his career.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
And it's 3rd down.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. Terry Arnold has it. And the Lions take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. Well, we all know everybody wants to avoid an opening drive 3-and-out, partner, but given how that one just went, an opening drive punt probably doesn't seem too bad right now.
No, I think everybody on that sideline would co-sign, especially the quarterback, and you also now give life to this defense and their offense that runs on the field.
So now it's the Lions' turn to head out for the first time on offense. And bringing them out, a tireless worker since being drafted out of Tennessee back in 2017, Joshua Dobbs.
Don't think for a second, Kate, he hasn't heard the noise. Read the comments from the keyboard warriors who say they just want somebody else leading this team.
His first throw is an interception. Patrick Queen in to pick it off. And the Texans are going to return this up beyond the 20 before being tackled.
This is one of those moments, Kate, as a quarterback, when you're jogging off the field, I'm not even going to look at the defense. They gave me the ball, and all I did was give it right back to that other offense.
This Texans offense ready up for its second drive of the contest. And as they take the field, Brock, they got to be thankful that interception didn't cost them. Still scoreless here.
I like how you say they. I think the quarterback in particular
Yep.
right, loves a chance to have in golf a breakfast ball or a mulligan, another opportunity to flush that first drive away.
And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, here who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Fields out of the gun. He keeps it and takes off. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Now, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunky yards, but still some work to do to get that first down.
Fields now on 3rd. Past the line, he's going to run for it. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be a first down, Texans.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Play action now. It's Fields. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. But fortune on the Texans side. One of their guys got to it. They're going to keep the football. We've got a stoppage here. There's a player out there in some pretty obvious discomfort being worked on. All hopes, of course, that it's nothing serious, especially here in the preseason. So they keep the football, but now they face 2nd and long. Off the play fake, it's Fields.
The second down pass. Tyleek Williams on the stop. A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up third down.
This is a tough spot to be in. It's third and very long. Third and long for him here. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. Oh, should have had another one there. Defense getting opportunity after opportunity to pick it off. But 2 in a row now have slipped away. Jack Fox getting the call here to punt on fourth down. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. So the Lions headed out for their second drive of the game. And this drive, Brock, hopefully longer than that last one. They were only out there one play before they were picked off.
They're kind of a good chance right now to see how risk-averse these guys are offensively. A lot of game left. They could give the passing game a little breather.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
12 to go now on second down after the sack. To the air, Dobbs. Downfield, this fine, safe ground. He will get this inside the 30.
It's a gain of 42 yards. And the Lions first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Give me the lock, give me the rock, and give me the key. There's only me. Wait till it, wait till it, wait till it. Give me a team. 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 They want to scheme. They don't want to sing.
Coming to the line, this is first and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. Looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
Kamari Lassiter on the coverage.
Here's Dobbs. He can run it. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Lions first down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the red zone on first. From the pocket. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive really affected decision-making there. Coming off a pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, well, he just took his medicine.
Here's Dobbs now. Getty's under pressure, and he goes down. It's a repeat of the last play. That's going to bring them to third down.
Yeah, this defense is seeing a vulnerable offense right now. An offense that can't protect itself. First and foremost, before you do anything else, you got to make sure you account for everybody. And right now, this defender, well, he's taking this game over.
Dumped off to his running back. Has a big hole left. And he's taken down just in time at the 2. We've got 3 tight ends on this first and goal, thinking run or play action.
First down.
They'll try and punch it in. And he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The Lions go up 6-0 here in the first. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Beats Texas on the extra point. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Texans nothing.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. He dodged the tackle. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Out now come the Texans on offense. Things sure have started out rough, and they've stayed that way through 2 drives. Maybe drive number 3 here is where we see this offense get rolling. Texans to the line. 1st and 10. Fields to throw it. Hauled in by Mooney, offside. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stops. All right up against that marker, but not there yet. It's 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd and inches.
Right up the gut. He did well to shake off one tackle partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards.
He's brought down by
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that brings up 4th and short. The Texans set to punt. Jack Fox will kick it away. Fair catch called for and made just outside the 20. The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Well, it looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there. So he jumped too early? Man, that's going to cost him 5 yards. First down, play action. Now here he goes. He's going to be stopped right around the 37. He gained 11 on that play. And the Lions have a first down. We've set it down from 37.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll run here on first down. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop it. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Now it's Dobbs. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
That's a pretty cool look right there of the kind of coverage you're going to see when you play man-to-man. On that down and distance, you've got to be sharp on the outside. That DB certainly was.
Escapes the pocket.
I don't mind that scramble at all, Kate. It makes that defense think this guy's not just going to sit in the pocket all day. I'll say this as well, like I do all the time. When you're going to scramble as a quarterback, make sure you protect yourself.
Oh, he's going to run for it. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
He's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Down at the 20-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Give him 8 on that one. And he is good for a Detroit first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
First carry here for Jordan James. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Dobbs. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
From the gun on 3rd down. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal try. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Bates' kick is up and good. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Back to throw. Dobbs. In trouble now and the ball is out. And the Texans have it. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20.
Gosh, we have seen these quarterbacks make some incredible plays from here to reach the end zone. That was certainly not one of them. Careless with the football, left an opening for those defenders to knock it free and escape without surrendering any points.
Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. So we're through one. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Welcome back. We'll begin the second quarter with the Texans in possession. They're looking down to 2nd and 9. Here's the backup. First throw. Complete to Braylon Allen. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6.
3-yard pickup. And it's third
and long. They're going to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
First down, Texans.
They've got first down here from the 36. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Not a whole lot to speak of here, partner. 2-yard gain at most at second down.
It's pretty clear you're trying to find ways to get this player in space, right? That's where he's most dangerous. The defenders made sure they kept him contained and limited what came to that one.
Back now, pressure coming. Trying for the deep ball. And he makes the wait. No, he didn't hang on. It falls incomplete.
It's third down. And
air it out on third. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Lions offense returning to the field. And they know they let points slip away with that fumble in the red zone, Brock. They're looking to get him back here. On first down, they'll run. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, it came at the perfect time.
Good pickup, but he's denied that first down. The stop comes at the 32-yard line.
gain of 9 brings up third and
Ready to throw on 3rd and 1. Short pass caught by his tight end. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45.
first down. First and 10 at the 43.
First and 10 here. Ward. Downfield, and Tislaw has it. This one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. That goes for 32 yards. And the Lions have a first down.
Detroit Lions, first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive jump. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside gets the job done.
The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, doesn't matter.
7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
On the gun, it's Ward. He will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions take a 13-0 lead. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play. You just exposed them.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions double their lead to 14. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now we get a look at this Texans offense. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Beginning this drive with a run by Allen. And he's tackled downfield, but look back where that flag rests. Yep, we got a flag in the backfield. I don't think this one's going to stand. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Dropping back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd down.
Pass play coming here.
6-yard line.
Connecting on the slant. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Houston.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
Well into this first half, still struggling to find any rhythm, and that's what sacks do. That is why these defenders get paid big money when they get those sacks in the stat column, because as you're seeing today, it totally disrupts the rhythm, the continuity, and any success for an offense.
Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. A little bit of big completion, Brock, if not for that meddling defender who knocked it away. That sets up 3rd down.
Coverage by Jerry and Jones.
3rd and long for him here. Completed over the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
The Lions and Cam Ward headed back out on offense. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Running back gets it on the draw. Drop flat. 1st down, you bet. No gain on that 1st down run. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
At the 12-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Ward. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
From the contact.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
9 yards to go.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. This play's going to come to an end at the 27. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. It's a good work to help reset those chains.
And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
A loss of 2.
All right, here we go. Second down.
12 at the 25-yard line.
Shotgun snap down to Ward. Short pass brought in. And the gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face third down.
2 makes it third down and 10.
Throw here, third down. He's going to run for it. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. Pick up 14 yards on that one. That is good for a Detroit first down.
The Lions, first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Line up the design keeper. And nothing is going to help him escape that. He gets hit for a loss. Second down coming up.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
He puts him here under this one, right side. So the heave knocked away from the intended targets. That brings up fourth down.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. As soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
The Lions readying for the punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Fair catch hauled in at the 18-yard line. Houston's offense back out now, ready to go. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Up the middle, here goes Allen. And this is brought to a stop at let's say the 34-yard line there. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
And the Texans.
They send a man in motion. So 2 minutes still to play in this first half, partner. Stick around, some more from Ford Field on its way. So they'll head up here, first and 10 from the 34. So a great handoff to Allen. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line.
A gain of a yard.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. So the hurry up here.
It's third down. Third and 11.
They'll throw, third and long. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. First and 10 now from the 46.
And the Texans first down.
That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Intended for 26.
The incompletion. They come up on second and 10.
It leads to second and 10.
He's going to throw this one. Complete out to the right. He takes it down to the 33s. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they face second down. Shotgun handoff for Allen. And they bring him down after what he thought was a great game, but officials are saying he had some extra help. He got a flag down. I think this might be a hold, partner. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Throwing off the play fake. So has some space inside the 35. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Lions in the nickel. This is third down. To the air on third and long. covered left side. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Houston calls it second timeout.
First down.
And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
21-yard line.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. He's going to throw it again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that is 5 sacks for this defense in this game as their latest brings up second down.
It's second down.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long. And on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the...
Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. And the Lions make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
At their own 22-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Here's a design run. So a 2-score game. We'll catch up with the rest of the league later. Let's go right through halftime and on to the start of the 3rd quarter. Time now for the bottom half of the roster to make an impact, Brock. Our preseason opener underway in half number 2. Return coming from the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Ward off the play fake. To the right, he's got to Sloan. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Out of bounds at the 26-yard line.
Ward setting up to throw.
Second and 6.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
For our Lions, first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. He's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's second down.
At the 40-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Running with James. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. That's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Lions have a first down.
And the Lions, first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ward setting the pass. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Here's Ward. Quick slant is caught by Tislan. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31.
That's another.
Going now on first down. Ward. He'll get this one to Watkins. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Options are open here. It's second and inches.
Complete to Quez Watkins.
Thrown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
That's good.
They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Into traffic, complete. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
To number 87. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Ward now.
At the 90.
Buys time, rolling right. Pushing for the end zone, and he lost the football. And the Texans have recovered it. So they managed to keep possession. They've got 3rd and short now.
Retains possession.
Rolling back, it's the handoff. And what a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. 4th down coming up. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going. I know it's not a touchdown, but that's exactly what you want to do after a takeaway. Make them pay, in this case, with 3.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. Escapes a defender. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. And things starting to get a little out of hand for him, Brock. That last score made it 17-zip. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. This is Allen on the give. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! But fortune on the Texans side. Ooh, one of their guys got to it. They're going to keep the football. Now that play went for negative yards anyway, so no need for them to accept that penalty. 3rd and long for him here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
The issues this offense has been having, well, they extend well beyond 3rd down today. You can just look up that big goose egg on the scoreboard, but now time's not on their side either.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. 2nd down now, they need 7.
He was brought down by Kalen Bullock. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard
line. It's Ward. Diving forward, and he makes the catch. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now Ward finds the in route complete. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
I know the combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
He gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. 12 yards on that play and a good call. That's of the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Another carry for it. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
Shotgun snap man Ward. Goes back it goes, Jordan James. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Defender is there, he knocks it away, and that's going to force 4th down.
Intended for number 23.
Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal try.
It's 4th down.
On the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. Bates' kick is up and good. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Texans as they get set to take over on offense. They haven't come up with an answer quite yet on the scoreboard, and they take over down 20-0. First down, here's Allen. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Good lead to some shuffled around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Third and long, and throw. It's a screen play for Allen. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
And the Texans first down.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Back-to-back grabs here for Allen. And this is taken ahead to the 42. Nick Hobbs in on that stop.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They are throwing it again. And the Lions are there to bring him down. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends them backwards ahead of 3rd down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Finds him over the middle. And that nice catch not going to translate into a new set of downs just yet. The stop is made in time to make it 4th and short. 4th quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this. Here's the snap on 4th. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by their rookie from Michigan. And the Lions are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
New set of downs from 37. Here's a give inside to James. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
James, the ball carrier. He's tackled.
3 quarters in the books from this one. The Lions have fought their way to a strong lead in this one. They've got the football too. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's James running right. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Bates' kick is up and good. It sails right through. A beautifully placed football.
Get another shot across the bow of the ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Here's Smith on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Texans to the line. 1st and 10. Houston's offense back out now, ready to go. The opportunity to win this game is, well, it's long gone, Brock. They're down to their last opportunities now to avoid the shutout as well. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They look to throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. In the double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up 4th down.
This defense has been doing it all, not just with the takeaways, but the pressure and what that does and how hard it is to play the quarterback position when you're taking a beating like this.
Now, can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Now run, James. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good.
From the red zone on 1st. And he brings it in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions put up even more points in a win. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Great snap for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Lions grow their lead yet again.
Texans nothing.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Now come the Texans on offense. And if we're being honest, Brock, this game already over. It was a while ago, but still something for this offense to play for. They can try to avoid that shutout.
Yeah, it's kind of like a game like baseball, right? You're looking up at that scoreboard and you know it's impossible, but find some momentum, something good to build on for next week.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be a 1st down, Texans.
1st down. A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Texans.
Allen trying this straight ahead. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
They stuck with him and got the same results. He is stopped at the line once again to quickly bring up 3rd down.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Throw here, 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Shotgun now on 3rd down. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He finds him beyond the marker. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down.
1st down.
Give to Willie. What a hit! Charge the ball loose. But fortune on the Texans side. One of their guys got to him. They're going to keep the football. After a fortuitous recovery, this will be 2nd down. Back to throw. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
As quarterback, Kate, you got to hope that those crumbs don't just lead to the cookie in the passing game. A short scramble like that may open up a bigger one down the road.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. racing back across midfield before they finally track him down.
Well, these were the kind of plays they needed, frankly, earlier in the game when it was still somewhat close. By this point, still a great play, but a bit of a hollow highlight with the game already decided.
The Lions getting ready to return to the field. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Ball just a yard shy of midfield, 1st and 10. Running this with James. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What they do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Now it looks like somebody is shaken up after that play. You never like seeing injuries, especially in the preseason. We'll get the training staff out to work on him. New set of downs for him from the 31. Ward off the play fake. Complete out to the right. And he's going to be driven out to a nice pickup. Gain about 8. 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 22-yard line. A gain of 9. Brings
Now
up
first run of the game, Zamir White. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 8. And the Lions.
New set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Dive play straight ahead. And they make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Down at the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Ward's going to throw it. Brought in. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
Textbook pitch route. Hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
Ward, a quick throw, complete. And they stand him up. No breaking through, and the defense holds.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Bates' kick is up and good. And a fairly insurmountable lead grows by 3 more.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Here comes Williams on the return. Jukes away from one. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Now we get a look at this Texans offense. And with this loss already assured, they at least want to find some points and avoid being shut out. Offense to the line. Again, trips right to start out. Back to work after throwing the pick. And down he goes. The Lions rush gets home. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Real troublesome spot here, Brock. That sack has him set up 2nd down and 21. Throwing from the gun. That's incomplete left side. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Third and long for him here. He's going for it himself. And they bring him down at the 12-yard line.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a 4th down.
Punting unit out now. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Calls fair catch and has it inside the 40-yard line. The offense headed out now for Detroit. They have been automatic scoring in this quarter, and yet another opportunity to do so here. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. On now with James. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
He's tackled at the 40
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And 2nd down only works out for a yard.
Not the big play they were hoping for when you call a jet sweep, but at the very least, it got them some positive yards. Things could have easily gone backwards there.
The Texans are in the nickel. 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. Has him on the quick hitter. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a great pickup. 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Yeah.
That's good.
Ready
For
with
the
it.
Lions.
I can probably
First
stop their
down.
head, boy, because I got all the hits, boy.
1st and 10 at the
Why that drink you
42-yard
got a check?
line.
I be on my little mouse drip.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
And good for a gain of 4. It's 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Carry here for James. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Give him 8 yards on the play. That is good for a Detroit 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So in Motor City, it's a home win for the Lions. And they're off to a good start in the preseason, Brock. Seen a lot of players fighting together for the victory.